Hey everyone, today I've got your Trainwreck movie review. Amy Schumer basically plays this woman named Amy, and she is basically being told by her dad that monogamy isn't realistic, and she's basically in this situation where, she wants to get out there and find a guy and get into all sorts of relationships. But then she finds this one guy and all things start to spiral out of control. Or do they? It might go in her favor, and she might end up falling in love with this one guy who likes her back. As far as the story goes, Judd Apatow directs this romantic comedy that came out this summer in July, and I, at first, was hesitant on seeing this movie because I'm not a huge Amy Schumer fan. I'm not a huge fan of her comedy. Yeah, sometimes she can be pretty hilarious, but other times I just really can't get into, her act, and it's not my cup of tea. Sorry if some of you disagree with me, but that's okay. This movie really seemed like a different Judd Apatow movie compared to some of his previous movies that he's done. You all know or are familiar with what he has done. And seeing a movie like this, I just found it to be a little bit uninteresting and boring, and it really wasn't up my alley for movies that I really wanted to care about or really invest my time seeing. But I wanted to check it out either way because I just decided I wanted to give it at least a chance. It just, it was different than anything that I had seen recently, and I felt like it was just a basic story that was trying to be something that clearly it wasn't. And I think that was one of the downfalls of this movie, which is why I feel like maybe it didn't do so well, or at least I didn't find it to be completely entertaining. As far as the casting goes, obviously, like I said, not a huge Amy Schumer fan. There were some moments that I did like her in. There were some lighthearted moments. There were definitely a lot of comedic moments, and you really see this chemistry on screen with her and Bill Hader, who I actually enjoy watching as a comedic actor. And considering I just saw him in The Skeleton Twins, which I thought was really cool as well. He was pretty hilarious in this movie, playing a sports doctor, and he's in this relationship with Amy Schumer, so the scenes that they did together, were pretty interesting to watch. But once again, I just felt like it didn't really interest me as much to watch it. Like, it didn't really excite me to watch them on screen, even though their chemistry seemed to go pretty well. There were other actors in this movie, some that had pretty small roles, some surprises in this movie, like LeBron James, who plays a friend to Bill Hader. So I was like, okay, first acting debut, and this is what you have to show for it. I mean, I guess if people enjoyed it, good for them. I personally didn't care so much about him being in this movie. No offense. And then you've got John Cena, who I know he's been in, maybe a couple movies, but obviously he's not known to be an actor, a really good one, so I wasn't too surprised that the only scenes that people seemed to care about were those supposedly hilarious scenes when he's in bed with Amy Schumer getting it on or whatever. So I really just didn't really care for him, and I personally wouldn't want to go on a date with him, even if it is at the movies. The things that I did like about this movie, like I probably said, that there were some lighthearted moments in this movie, so it wasn't just a straight-up comedy. It really did have some weight of emotion added to the mix, so it just wasn't a complete laugh-out riot fest that, I normally see in Judd Apatow movies. So it's got that sort of charm in a way that doesn't have me completely just nauseated by just comedy overload. The things that I didn't like about this movie, however, like I said, I wasn't really too invested or interested in this movie. I kind of found it to be a little bit boring, probably halfway through the movie. I almost didn't want to watch it anymore because I was just, you know, not really caring about any of the other scenarios that were happening. It didn't impress me too much, and I really could care less about the circumstances of the characters, even if it was supposedly going in the right direction. Overall, I would say that Trainwreck was a decent comedic movie at best. I wouldn't say it's the best movie by Judd Apatow, but at least he tried, and Amy Schumer is still up there with being a well-known comedian, so I'll give her props for that, especially helping to write the screenplay for this movie. I probably might recommend seeing this movie if you guys are Judd Apatow fans, Amy Schumer fans, comedic fans, what have you, and I would give this 3 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of Trainwreck and how does this compare to other Judd Apatow movies. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys